yourself venturing into a world that is unfamiliar to you in every single way. All you have to your name is your wits and a broken phone that has no internet. But wait, you have the MidFall podcast in your hands. Here you can listen to the tales of your three hosts, Luis, Josh, and Jared, as they venture through their own creative woes and whatnots. Get ready to be entertained through your wildest dreams as you conquer and face this new threatening world.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 8 of the MidFall podcast. I am your host, Luis, or Lewy. I'm joined by my two co-hosts, J-Rod and Yosh.
Yo.
Schmello.
Yeah, we'll get this down. We'll get the intros down at some point. But, it's a fine, pretty hot Tuesday afternoon today. How's the weather over where you're at, Ish?
It's currently raining. Yesterday it was storming. I went to a different city yesterday with my cousin for his birthday, and we could see the lightning going down. We couldn't hear the thunder,
crazy.
but we could see the lightning. But today I don't think there's any lightning, which is good.
What is it like temperature-wise, like even when it's raining?
Dude, it's crazy because it's still fairly warm. Like right now it's in the 80s. Now it's not raining.
That's crazy.
Earlier it was though.
Right now it's pretty warm over here. It's 77 degrees. So, yeah. It's been pretty cold, but we're still getting those pretty chilly nights. So, that's still pretty nice. And yeah. So, alright, boys. For today, just really quick announcements before we even get started. What do we got? We got the new freaking drawing series or the training arc series, type of deal, spin-off of Jared, following his training arc with drawing. And you can go ahead and check that out on the MidFall channel. See his progress, see where he's starting from, watch him plant his roots, and start that journey. As far as that, we got the training arc also coming from Mr. Yish. He posted on his story that as of today, that he was at the gym, that he was trying to dunk. So he, is doing that. So expect that to come out soon. We also got the new EP for this month of May, Came Across a Crypt is going to be the name of it. It's going to be more electronic, slightly, still pretty trap influenced, but just a little bit more electronic sounds, a little bit more sound design on my end, and stuff like that. Not as dark, but just heavier and louder. Hope everybody enjoys that just once I make an album cover for it. But as far as right now, all the songs are done. So, yeah. Okay. Anything else from you guys? Any more announcements?
Not for me this time, but next week for sure.
Dope.
No, I think all good.
Alrighty. So, it seems like this year we actually got some films to look forward to. Is that just me?
I think you're right.
Is everything kind of back in action?
Things are definitely back in action.
Yeah, I was thinking about it the other day, and I was like, dang, I actually kind of enjoy going over to the movies. Last week after recording, we were talking about films as well, and Jared was like, I'm gonna go see Sinners later today, like probably just right after this. And so I was like, I kind of remember the name of that movie, don't really remember what it was about, but I was like, Jared, can I go watch it with you? And he's like, yeah. So we went to go watch it that day, and we have a spoil-free review for you guys, and then we have a spoiler review for you guys. So we will let you guys know when we are talking about the spoilers. Mr. Yoshman has not seen it yet, so he is going to leave the room per se on this one for the second that we're speaking about that. And yeah, but before we go into that, any notable films that you guys have seen this year?
Well, let me check. I keep a Google Doc of all the movies I've watched that I like. And I rate them.
As of this year,
here.
Sinners has probably been the first one that I've saw that was like, oh, this is good.
I liked Mickey 17. I thought it was pretty good.
What was that one about?
It's an A24 film starring Robert Pattinson where he's cloned and there's accidentally two of him. Like, he's supposed to, whenever he dies, he's supposed to get reborn as, like, you know, Mickey number blank. But they accidentally made a duplicate
wait a
of him.
minute. I think we tried watching that when you were here as well. And we were like, what is he like in space or something?
Yeah, it's in space. It came out. When did it come out? I think it came out like 2 months ago or so.
Really?
Yeah.
I might be thinking of something else, but I remember watching a Robert Pattinson A24 film with one of my friends, and I just remember, I thought it was you, but I just remember falling asleep through it.
Yeah, maybe you fell asleep while it came out. I liked it though, it was pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, we also watched that one Green Knight or whatever. That one
Green Knight was good. Oh, we watched the Lighthouse movie or whatever it's called.
We watched The Lighthouse as well. That one was interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah, that's all I could say without spoiling.
Yeah.
The Green Knight was really good though. Honestly, a very underappreciated film from what I've noticed online.
Shots were dope. I can't really remember much from it else though, but I remember you giving me the synopsis like right afterwards because once again, I fell asleep. So, yeah, it's not like a super common thing for me, but for some reason it just is. You normally, whenever I'm watching a movie with Josh, I'm always freaking falling asleep. But yeah, so anything from you, Jarud? Anything else in the movies?
A lot more than what I got from last year, but it was Alien Romulus. Got to see that for the first time. That one was a lot of fun. Honestly, I enjoyed the real horror aspect that it brought back for the Alien series, and yeah, and also what was it? The Peanuts movie. That one. I thought that one was good. Nothing too much to say there. It's just the Peanuts series in a movie. So yeah.
I actually have a fun fact for you guys about the Alien Romulus movie. That's I haven't seen it, but that's the one with the tall white alien guy, whatever.
Yes.
So fun fact, the guy that plays that alien had professional basketball dreams. Like, he's like some European guy. And he went to this academy. I could be wrong about this part, but he went to this like basketball academy that LaMelo Ball went to, and he was like there for years just to, you know, because he's so freakishly tall. They're like, we're gonna try to develop him and get him used to his body because he's so tall. And you know, if you're super tall, it's hard for you to get used to your body without getting like injured, for example, and stuff. And I don't think he ever got injured, but because he was so tall and couldn't gain weight as fast as he should have. Genetically speaking, he just couldn't. He had super high metabolism. He's just so tall that his muscles are so spaced out that he just couldn't gain the weight that he needed. And I guess he, you know, graduated school and stuff like that. And they hit him up to be an actor for the movie where he played that character.
Crazy. Interesting.
I think that's it. Pretty sure. I remember reading something about that when the movie
I
came
could
out.
also be making this whole thing up.
Yeah, I could be lying. 2 truths, 1 lie.
Yeah. That's really funny. But yeah, that's dope. I remember being interested in watching that movie, but yeah, not getting a chance to watch it. That came out this year, huh? That's crazy. Feels
Did
like
it come out this year?
I don't know. I was the one that asked this year. You said Alien Romulus.
I thought it might have came out before. Oh, it came out a year before.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so that's dope. But maybe, you know, you got the chance to watch it this year, but yeah, duh. So yeah, once again, we got the Sinners review for you guys. We're just gonna hop right into it. I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys just a really quick rating. 7.5 out of 10. Dope movie. and went into it with zero expectation. Heard Michael B. Jordan was on it. Michael B. Jordan did a great job. Great freaking job, not gonna lie. Played 2 characters, man. He did the freaking Parent Trap. He pulled the Lindsay Lohan. So, yeah, it was dope. Because there was actually a separation of both characters. It didn't feel like literally one character was playing both people. It actually felt, like, oh, is that really somebody that looks like Michael B. Jordan? Like that person looked a lot like him. Like when I first saw the movie, and I was like, oh no, dude, that's literally him. So, yeah, that was good. And the kid that played Samuel, the little preacher boy, that was the first movie he had actually been in. So like that's freaking dope, because I mean, like, to be acting alongside with these people, and to just keep up, and even just I don't want to say outperform, because he was kind of the main character, but just to live up to like one of those lead roles was very, very, very dope. Also heard the older gentleman that drank plenty, that was also helping Samuel along with the blues. I forgot his name, but he's also a prominent actor, and judging by other people's reviews, he did very well, because he wasn't just playing himself, and that's dope, because obviously like he played the character that he was very well. So yeah, everyone really pulled their weight. Dope film. I did kind of subconsciously like it, it was a little slow in certain areas, but the pacing was very, very good. I'd say like towards the end it felt a little rushed, but that's about it. The movie was just very consistently good. There were just a little bit of points where you could kind of nitpick, and not even nitpick, but just like, I freaking love Dragon Ball, like, to even say it right, but we can all point the freaking hole in Dragon Ball. So there were a little bit of points where I could be like, okay, like, I don't necessarily prefer that it went in this direction, but yeah, regardless, the movie was freaking great. Everyone was dope. And what I mentioned, just not a hot take, but just a take, is that because this isn't a spoiler, but the vampires come in through the second half of the film, because it is very much built up onto something that takes place in one day. So the whole story takes place in one day, and the pacing of the movie is really dope, because they they really set everything up very, very well. And for me, in just my personal opinion, it could have just followed the main characters and not even needed the vampires to make it an interesting movie. Like, that's how much I feel like the actors kind of like held their weight, and how much substance the characters had. I guess that speaks to it within their stories, where you're like, oh dang, I would have wanted to, I was interested in them just regardless. But yeah, Jarud.
So we went to see it together, and for my rating of the movie, I would actually give it a 8.5 out of 10. I thought the movie was a ton of fun. Honestly, I thought everyone really did their part. Nothing really felt unnatural from them. Michael B. Jordan, he did a wonderful job. And like Lewy said, yeah, Parent Trap. He did a great job in playing 2 very stark characters, and I thought that was fantastic. The actor who played Preacher Boy within the movie, Miles Canton, yeah, this was his first ever acting role. He actually, from what I know, he got the role from because he would normally follow, I think it was part of like the band that plays for the singer Her. And so she was the one who suggested that he audition for this movie, and he got the role. He had to, I believe, play learn how to play the guitar, because I don't know if he had any prior knowledge of it, but he had to play it like super fast. So, you know, just to even get to that level and be able to even act as well as he did was phenomenal. Honestly, that was a phenomenal thing. Let's see here. Character Delroy Lindo, who played Delta Slim, wonderful, hilarious, loved him. Wumi, she was fantastic. Oh my god, she was absolutely fantastic. If you don't remember who Wumi is, you may know her from her more noticeable role in the Loki series as one of the TVA agents that follow around Loki. And we also got Haley Steinfeld, who did a wonderful job really trying to get that little bit of black in her just to push it out there. Oh, good shit. But yeah, everyone did such a wonderful job. The scenes were very nice. I wish I got to see it on the 70 millimeter cut, because supposedly from what people have seen, or that people have watched when that was available, it looked like absolutely gorgeous. The scenes really were, I guess, a lot more expressive in comparison to the regular shot.
Oh, that's interesting.
So,
I mean, I can obviously imagine, but yeah, that's dope.
Yeah,
That it looked better than it did. You know what I mean?
They're saying like the skies were a lot more noticeable. Certain like postures and character movements were a bit more noticeable. So yeah. I honestly wish I could see it. I believe, because they are bringing it back, I want to say that they're also bringing back the 70 millimeter cut. I could be very well wrong, so don't take my word as Bible truth. But yeah, good movie, good quality movie.
Dope. Yeah, I know when it comes to Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan, like the history between them is really dope. And it's cool to see, like, I'm sure you guys might have heard this online because you watched the movie, so it's on your algorithm. But like Ryan Coogler, he was into film growing up, but then he started making films after, finishing school and being done with football, and it was kind of his mindset for it because football taught him how to do things. And then he was working on Fruitvale Station, which, if anyone here hasn't seen that movie, listeners or anyone in the pod, definitely watch that movie. It takes place in the Bay Area. It's a very good movie. It's one of those movies where like you watch a movie and it's so interesting beginning to end that you can't help but recommend it to people, and then people just don't listen and don't watch it, but then the moment they do watch it years later, they're like, oh my god, have you seen this movie? And you sit there like, yeah, I told you to watch this movie like 7 years ago. But they made that movie together. Like Michael B. Jordan took a chance on it, and like typically we see directors and actors work together and then they like part their ways. Maybe years later they come back together. But Michael B. Jordan and Ryan Coogler, it feels like they formed a really deep bond where they're not afraid to work together and not afraid to say, hey, like, typically people do this. We're going to do our own thing and, come back to each other and keep working together because it's working and we like working with each other. And in my opinion, that's the right way to go about making even film, but it's just art in general. It's the right way to do it. If your formula works, just keep doing it. And so they made like Creed 1 through 3. And if I'm being honest, Creed 1 through 3 was really good. I saw something about it in the history of it where the movie wasn't like while they were working on it together, they had to pitch it to Stallone and stuff like that. And he wasn't really feeling it, but he like took a chance on it, I think is what it was. Like he wasn't 100% feeling it, took a chance on it. And I think he got like an Oscar nomination because of it or something like that. They got nominated for some award. Stallone did. And then they did Black Panther and so on. And now they did Sinners. And I am going to watch Sinners very soon. But I think the way they went about all these movies and all these works of art that they did is really cool. The Parent Trap aspect of it is something I've seen discussed a lot, and I love it. I think it's hilarious because some people online genuinely didn't realize that it was one person playing two people. Some people genuinely were like, oh yeah, his twin brother. Like they actually believed it, like the Parent Trap, because I fell for that during the Parent Trap.
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but I did. But when it comes to Sinners, I think for me, what sold me on wanting to watch it, I don't know if you guys have seen this, I think Jared might have, was when Ryan Coogler did that Twitter post that was like 10 minutes long, and it was explaining all the different modes of film that they recorded in and how they're going to release the film and stuff. I watched like 3 to 5 minutes of it, and I was like, dude, this guy knows his shit, and he's trying to explain it to us without making us feel dumb. This is definitely like a guy I want to support in a movie I want to watch if he's willing to do this much just to show his passion.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. This one's dope.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah.
Yeah, for me, I don't know. There's not really anything spoiler, I guess, that I have to say as opposed to the review that I gave. Besides just, it was dope. For me, I think it was, honestly, again, this is not really spoiler, but just the ending to me felt a tiny bit rushed. There was, to me, some unnecessary scene, and the resolution could have just been a little bit better when it came to the whole vampire thing. Could have been set up better. But that's just it, because I feel like the movie was so consistently good where it's like, for it to have happened the way that it did, I was like, really? But yeah, no, I mean, cool. And then there was 2 post-credit scenes, so those were dope. And very much added to the story. Like, you didn't finish the movie if you didn't see the last post-credit scene, or the second to last one. But yeah, because there were people, I don't know if you noticed, I mean, obviously you noticed, there were people that missed that because people did get up.
Oh yeah. I saw people just dipping right after that, because honestly, especially for me, I didn't know if there was gonna be a post-credit scene to this. I was just hanging out.
Yeah, no, I mean, it was good. Like I said, super consistent to where the minor inconsistencies for me personally are just like, damn. But to me, that's honestly probably just the way that the final cut of the movie type thing that was shown in theaters. Like, maybe there were other things, deleted scenes, whatever, that could make it better. But yeah, completely it. Yeah, go watch it if you haven't. I would really recommend it. Yeah, like I said, characters were dope and all that stuff. Now, could you go ahead and give us a quick review on your thoughts on Thunderbolts, please?
Oh yes, of course. So yeah, about maybe like a couple days after me and Louise saw Sinners, Thunderbolts released in theaters, and I think I saw it like the Friday when it released. So yeah, I got my tickets. I was gonna go see it later in the day. Funny story, before I even got to see it, I went to the front. I got my ticket scanned. It's like, okay, enjoy your show, and they gave me some glasses, and I started walking towards the theater, and I stopped for a second. I'm like, why the fuck do I need glasses? Like, I'm just seeing Thunderbolts, and then I looked at them. I was like, oh fuck, did I get the 3D one? I was like, oh brother. Because the thing about me is that I'm not a big fan of 3D movies. It kind of like fucks with my eyes a bit. But yeah, the minute I got in there and I was checking the actual like website to see what showing I got, yeah, I got the real 3D one. So I was like, oh, okay, well, that's fun. But I was like, you know what? I already bought the tickets. Mama didn't raise no bitch, so we're getting right the fuck into it. And honestly, it was a good movie. It was a good movie. I think that it took a lot of the characters that were in a lot of the MCU TV shows and really helped flesh them out into their own actual characters. And the story was fun. You know, it wasn't anything like super serious, and I thought it had a good message to it. Florence, the character, well, she played Yelena, pretty much the main protagonist of this movie. Fantastic. She did such a good job. But yeah, I would give it a rating of about 7.5 out of 10. I felt like it could have maybe explored a little bit more of what it was trying to cover, but overall, I thought it was good. I thought it was really good.
Okay, I have a question for you then. When it comes to this movie compared to a different Marvel movie, since you were the one that's seen this movie compared to the two of us, you know, a lot of people have been complaining slowly but surely online about, oh, Marvel needs to set up more teams, Marvel needs to do this more. And the Thunderbolts, let's say this is a team, right? They set up this team for future appearances and stuff without spoiling. I don't know if they die. Like, I'm just saying, they set up a team, right? Then they also set up like the Eternals, for example. What are your thoughts between these two teams? Did they do a better job at setting up the Thunderbolts, or do you think like the Eternals were just doomed from the start when it came to how they set them up? Because I don't know. What do you think?
I think that, well, to be fair, before I even state my answer there, I haven't seen the Eternals, so my my opinion might be a little biased here, but but in comparison of the two, just based on what I've heard from other people who have seen the Eternals, I think it probably was better with the Thunderbolts purely because they've had extra setup time for it. If you didn't know, characters like Yelena, she was in the Black Widow movie, Red Guardian, Black Widow movie. You also had John Walker's U.S. agent. He was set up in Falcon and Winter Soldier. You had Echo, who was in Ant-Man and the Wasp 2. Taskmaster, who was also in Black Widow. So a lot of these characters already had space to grow, and because of that, it allows them to work a little bit better within Thunderbolts, just because their character is already established. They don't really need to necessarily establish anything else to it. So that's why I think so. Obviously, I still need to watch Eternals to really give a full-on answer to it, but that's the answer I got for right now.
That's actually a really good point, because if you think about it, the Thunderbolts, I would say maybe 75% of the main cast was set up in other movies and shows, like you said. And then Eternals, they kind of just appeared. They were kind of just like, boom, this is the new team. This is a new team, you know? So I think it's really interesting to see different teams being set up, and they just had different processes to get to that point, and how well the Thunderbolts is being received compared to like the Eternals.
Yeah, I think the Eternals kind of fit into that whole, there's kind of that argument for it, like, oh, why weren't they involved in like the whole Thanos situation and all that? And correct me if I'm wrong, but they do give an explanation as to why they weren't like involved in. And so yeah, I feel like they just kind of come out of nowhere just a bit. Maybe if they had like a little bit of establishing here and there, but obviously, that's hindsight.
Yeah.
No, that's dope. Did you already give your rating?
Yeah, so I gave a 7.5 out of 10.
Dope. Are you guys excited for the new Avengers? Because that's coming out as well, correct?
Yeah, the Doomsday, right?
Yeah, sure.
To be honest with y'all, I'm more excited to see Fantastic Four than Doomsday right now.
Yeah, okay. I will admit, I'm a little bit more excited for Fantastic Four. What about you, Luis?
I'm not really interested in neither, but I mean, I'm excited for obviously both of them to come out, and I would watch them if they got good reviews and everything, because it's been a while. I am looking forward to going to the movies, but I'm just not so much into, I guess, the MCU anymore. I'm not mega interested in that stuff. I guess as much as when the first wave was coming around. But the fact that there is a new Fantastic Four coming out is pretty dope as well. When is that? Is that releasing anytime soon as well?
I think so.
Yeah, I think like June, July.
Yeah,
which one's releasing first?
Oh, Fantastic Four. July 25th.
Yeah, Fantastic Four.
Okay, dope.
Apparently it's releasing around the same time as Superman. Is that what it was?
Yep, like I was just about to say.
Yeah, Superman is July 11th.
Mm-hmm.
Which of the two do you think will do better globally?
Ooh. Globally.
Probably Avengers, right? I mean, Robert Downey Jr. and just Avengers.
No, between Fantastic Four and Superman is what I mean.
Oh, between Fantastic Four and Superman. I feel like Superman. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna agree with you. I feel like Superman would, because he just has a bit more of a worldwide rapport.
Yeah. And it's a new Superman, right? Like new actor.
Yeah. It's not David Corn Sweat.
Yes.
So, I think I saw a tweet, and the tweet was like, "Oh, Fantastic Four is gonna do better than Superman," and then at first I agreed with it, and then I kind of took a step back and thought about it. And if you really think about it, like, Superman is so coveted around the world, regardless of, like, the films that he's had over, like, the recent years. Like, his old movies, like, just, you know, he's just so loved by non-American countries specifically as well. Like, you see those videos of guys dressing up as Superman walking around the streets, and kids just, like, swarm them, like, oh my god, it's Superman. Dude, as people dressed up as the Fantastic Four walking around the streets, people are going to be like, why are you dressed in pajamas? You know? Like,
yeah,
there's definitely a little bit of levels to it.
Superman has a logo, like it's just associated with something. It's generational, right? It's generational because it's like your parents, your grandparents.
Exactly.
Like know it. So,
like,
yeah.
No knocks to Fantastic Four.
Grandparents.
Superman's just bigger.
Yeah, no, exactly.
He's the first superhero.
Yeah. I think it's dope though. I'm looking forward to that month basically between the two films and seeing what people make of it, whether it's going to be a Barbenheimer thing or like try to make it like a Morbius versus whatever the other movie was at that time.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
I'm another couple movies that I'm kind of interested in. I don't know if I'm interested in watching it, at least in theaters, but the Jordan Peele movie, Him, seems pretty interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Because we saw the trailer for that. But I'm also pretty interested in the F1 movie. I don't know anything about F1, but it's starring Brad Pitt, and it looks pretty interesting as well. That's about it.
I have a feeling it'll be good.
As I remember.
Yeah.
I have a list of movies that I'm looking forward to. I can't lie. If we're saying like specifically 2025, one thing I do want to throw out, that movie Weapons with the kids, that seemed like a good movie. I think it's coming out next year or the year after or something like that. That movie seems cool. It's the one where the kids randomly disappear from the classroom. Like they walk out of their houses at night.
Oh.
Yeah. Wait, you saw that?
Trailer for that.
I saw the teaser thing they posted. Yeah. It looked really cool.
Okay.
Looked interesting.
And I'm assuming you guys might know this, but there was like a bidding war for it, for like whoever directs it, I believe. And Jordan Peele's team was like on the bidding. So Jordan Peele really wanted it. And then they lost the bidding war, and Jordan Peele fired his whole like bidding team or whatever. Because he's like, y'all, this was the movie. Like, this is the movie, apparently, is what people are insinuating. So it's pretty interesting.
Like for horror? Like in
this is probably like the horror movie, or I don't know if it's a thriller or a horror or something. I'm assuming it's a mix of everything from what I've gathered from the teaser, but it looks really cool. There's a movie called, there's a bunch of movies. The new Now You See Me 3 movie, that one I'm looking forward to because you know, Now You See Me 1 was amazing. Tron Ares, I'm not looking forward to what's his face, but I'm looking forward to the movie in general. People are rumoring that the guy from, you know, the guy who played the son of the guy who created Tron.
God. That fucking Jared Leto.
I'm not looking forward to the Jared Leto part, but I'm looking forward to hopefully seeing a cameo from the original, not the original cast, the son and like the girlfriend that he met from the previous Tron movie that came out. And then F1 movie looks cool. There's a few movies coming out, like the Rock's movie called The Smashing Machine. Looks really cool.
About
that one looks sick. There's like a bunch of movies though. Like even next year, there's like the Avatar: The Last Airbender movie. Apparently, that one's supposed to come out, so I'm looking forward to that. Happy Gilmore 2, that's gonna be sick.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And then there's just like a bunch of live action remakes that I hope they do well because you know they're coveted shows or movies. I mean, but I don't think they're going to do too well. Like How to Train Your Dragon, Lilo and Stitch. I think they'll do well numbers-wise, but the movies don't look that good in terms of just not adapting
not
things.
longevity-wise, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and then Freaky Friday is getting like a third movie or something like that, or a second movie, so that's going to be hilarious.
That's right. That's right. That one should be alright.
But yeah, interesting. Now Jared kind of brought something up. Just news that dropped today, currently Tuesday. Freaking time of recording, May 6th.
Oh, yeah.
Jared mentioned the GTA trailer.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Have you seen it, Josh?
Yeah, I woke up, saw it. I watched it because I had a feeling Luis might want to bring it up on the pod. So I wanted to watch it just in case.
Did not get to watch it, actually.
You should watch it.
Let's get the first reaction, first impression, and off the GTA trailer 2. I'm gonna go ahead and stream it for us right now. Alrighty. 2 minutes, 47 seconds.
I don't know why, but when I was watching this originally, I was like, damn, this is like the epitome of every white man's dream.
Yeah, like just living your daily life like this. Minus, I guess, everything else after this.
Yeah.
Like, this feels like a film, if you think about it. Like,
it does.
It's one thing I've discussed with friends where a lot of movies, or games, I mean, feel like just watching a movie, but you're affecting it slightly. But it's cool, it's fun.
Yeah, this is pretty interesting, eh? I mean, the graphics look good.
Yeah.
But I'm not a story mode kind of guy, so...
Yeah, you guys were talking about that before the pod. I like story mode, but it doesn't make or break the game for me. If it's an online game, it doesn't make or break.
You excited about it, Yish?
If I'm being honest, yes and no. I don't hate GTA 5, don't get me wrong. It's just, for me, it's just the game feels a little bit just annoying for me to play. Like, I feel sluggish whenever I play it. And I know it's partly part of the game. It's just not for me in that sense, where I just don't like that feeling. I'm hoping this game is slightly better in that way, and I think it will be. I think it'll be smoother to play and easier to play and such, you know what I mean? But I'm really hoping that this game leveled up compared to GTA 5. And GTA 5, it's kind of hard to level up from that because it was a pretty good game.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, especially with vehicles, just the possibilities and whatnot.
100%.
But yeah, it's dope.
Honestly, like, my only worry for this one is that I hope they don't do that whole online service thing that they did with GTA 5. That's like my only reservation.
Yeah, where they use
the
Rockstar Connect or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, they started like charging people to do GTA 5 online, and it was just like, bro, why?
Knowing them, they probably will. Like, these companies want to make bank off of us, and people are so willing to pay it. It's actually annoying.
Yeah, it is.
You're. Alrighty. Well, anything else for today, my guys?
Yes, I have one major announcement.
Do it.
I just got a text. My jury duty got canceled.
Heck yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go, baby.
I'm happy. I'm really happy about that.
Great stuff.
Goodness gracious.
So, yeah. Go ahead and look out for just, Jared moving on with the drawing series. Go ahead and look out for Mr. Yosh's training arc on dunking. Look out for my training arc, because I should be able to get back into training, because I just got my wisdom teeth pulled out earlier this month, so yeah. Freaking what else?
Back into the flow of things, part 2.
EP coming out this month, so go ahead and look out for that. Just we'll be more consistent, and that's pretty much it.
Yes, sir.
Alrighty, that was MidFall Podcast episode 8.
Yes. Like and follow up, please, people. Linktree down below.
Linktree down below. Go ahead and stream Armor of Nothing. That's out right now, and it's doing a little bit better. So, we've done.
Where can they find Armor of Nothing?
they can find it on the MidFall channel. They could go down to the description down below as well. You guys can also just look down, go onto the MidFall channel, go to videos, Armor of Nothing, and it'll release on all platforms soon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Alrighty. With that being said, we will catch you guys on the next one.
Douches.
Yo.